I hope everyone is doing well. There you go. So, good evening, fellow Bright Millennials. And for the next 20 minutes, I'll be sharing with you three things. First one would be why and how did I invest in real estate during my 20s, mid 20s. I am actually 34 years old now, married to a wonderful husband, and have a wonderful kid. So, share ko sa inyo yan. Bakit nga ba and paano? Second would be, why did I choose Amaya Land as my very first investment? And bakit Amaya ulit yung mga sumunod? And the last, given the very powerful platform of social media, and thank you to Bright Millennial for hosting this event, I'd like to leave with you as the third part of my talk is I'd like to share with you one idea that I heard when I was 21 years old, and it really changed my life and perspective. And even up to this moment, I am still living with that idea. So those are the three things that I'm going to share with you tonight. So let's dive into the first one. So bakit nga ba, paano nga ba ako nagsimulang mag-invest sa real estate? So when I was 21 years old, I was a fresh grad from the university. I landed a job under the umbrella of Ayala Land. And ang una kong trabaho, I was a project sales coordinator. So ano bang ginagawa ng project sales coordinator? I do usually sample computations for sellers, for brokers. I do assistance para dun sa mga real estate salesperson natin. And my salary then was 10,500. And during that time, neneng-nene pa talaga ako noon. The boss in the company was New Valley. So everybody's talking about New Valley. It's a project. It's an Ayala Land development in Santa Rosa, Laguna. And I remember during one of the days na nasa office ako, my boss then, she told me, mag-invest ka sa New Valley kahit lupa lang. And lot then, if I can remember it right, is around 800,000. So syempre ako, bilang isang bagong graduate, the first time kumita ng sweldo, first time na mag-earn ng sarili kong pera, syempre ang sagot ko lang, hindi ko pa po kaya yan. Syempre sa loob, sa bubble thought ko, 10,500 lang sweldo ko eh, parang ganun. And then she insisted, sabi niya, hindi, magpatulong ka sa parents mo o kaya sa brother mo. So I just shrugged off the idea and I went on with my life as a fresh grad. So I continued, I invested not on real estate, but I invested on happiness. So yung happiness sa akin, ng mga panahong yon ay mga bagay na ito. So first launch ng iPhone noon, yes, I am 34 years old now. So first launch ng iPhone, dapat meron ako niyan. So ito yung mga bagay na nagpapasaya sa akin, the things na hindi ko naman na-experience dati, pag-travel to the places na hindi ko pa napuntahan, pagbili ng shoes, bags, bagong damit, gadgets, and nakishare ako sa parents ko in terms of amortization para makapag-drive ako ng car going to work. Imagine, 10,500 yung sweldo, tapos nakakotse ka papuntang Alabang. Siyempre, nagpapagas nun yung dad ko. So, ang aking pananaw sa buhay noon is, ang pera, kayang kitain yan. So, pera lang yan, kaya kong kitain yan. Pero, yung happiness ko ngayon, pag binili ko tong mga gamit na to, yung mga ganyan, hindi yun kayang bayaran. Hindi yun kayang bayaran ng money. So, nabubuhay ako dun sa idea na you only live once. So, YOLO kung YOLO. Ito yung sinasabi ni Sir Carl kanina na YOLO talaga. But something happened during 2012 that changed my life. And what was that? So fast forward, I was advised by my surgeon that I needed to undergo a spine operation because I have a 55-degree scoliosis. So yung spine mo, nagko-curve siya, and the doctor advised me na the degree is increasing actually, and it's not very urgent, but eventually you need to have an operation because if the degree continuously increase, it might crush your lung. So, nung sinabi niya sa akin na 500,000, tapos sabi niya, pero pwede naman tayong pumila sa PGH para medyo bumaba, ganyan. So, alam ko na that time na wala yun, hindi yun option. Kasi I came from a middle class family, wala naman kaming ganung pera. But then, I still updated my mom. I texted her, so sabi ko, I went to Dr. Ganyan, and he told me ganito, ganyan. Yun lang, that's it. The objective was to update her. And then she replied. Sabi nung mommy ko, that was June 5, 2012. And she said, sige, magpa-schedule ka na next month. So, naguluhan ako, hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ko. I was just focused in terms of the operation. So, I was just really, really thankful to my mom and dad na meron silang natabi palang pera, meron pala silang savings, and without a blink of an eye, sige, go. And to be honest, nahiya din ako sa kanila because that money, kung paano man nila na-acquire yon or kung saan man nila kinuha yon, it could have been their retirement fund already and nakakahiya. Tapos ako, I look back 3 years ago, wala akong na-contribute kundi yung health card na pinrovide ng company. So I left the hospital with 850,000 pesos medical bill because sa Asian Hospital pa nila ako pina-opera. So, nung nandun ako, kada isang gabi na mag-overnight ako doon, alam ko ang bilis-bilis ng flow ng gastusin. So, it made me realize and it made me ask 3 questions about the future. So, number 1, sabi ko, paano kapag kailangan ko ulit operahan? Lalapit na naman ba ako sa parents ko para i-shoulder nila yung expense ko? Ilang taon na ako nagtatrabaho. That's my first question. Second question ko was, what if dumating yung time that my parents will be the one who will be needing my support financially? Meron ba akong magbibigay sa kanila? And the last one that really may tumama talaga sa akin is, what if in the future, I'll have my own son or daughter na kailangan kong paoperahan? Magiging kagaya kaya ako ng parents ko at kaya kong sabihin sa anak ko na, sige, pa-schedule ka na next month. Or iikot ang ulo ko, hindi ko alam, mangungutang ako kung saan ko kukunin yung money na yun. So that particular event in my life made me question, ano bang ginagawa ko sa pera ko? 3 taon ako nagtrabaho, wala, hindi ko alam kung saan napunta, wala akong na-contribute. Yung HR namin before, namang problema kasi yung salary deduction ko, negative na. Hindi na nila alam kung saan nila ibabawas. So those things, those 3 questions, made me realize na ang hirap palang maging mahirap. Those are the things that I took for granted. Hindi ko alam na ito na pala yung totoong buhay. Ito na pala siya. Andito na pala ako. Hindi na pala ako nag-aaral lang or naglalaro lang. That's why the journey of financial freedom began. It was really a life-changing event for me. So, saan pa ba ako titingin? So, dahil nagtatrabaho din naman ako under the umbrella of Ayala, I was with Amaya already. Binalikan ko yung sinabi sa akin ng boss ko ng 800,000 na New Valley property. So, balik ako doon, tinignan ko, baka naman mapaghandaan ko na siya. But, unfortunately, pagbalik ko doon, unfortunately or fortunately, that New Valley property is already at 2.5 million. Even the landscape changed already. And even though I have the money of 2.5 or whatever it is, na pang down payment or reservation fee, that particular lot, kahit gusto kong bilhin, anong gagawin ko? Sold out na. So that's the thing pala pagdating sa real estate. Kahit pag-ipunan mo, by the time na ready ka na, kung magiging ready ka, yung inaay mo na property, most likely, wala na. So, ano na lang nasabi ko? Syempre, para sa akin, ano ba bang sasabihin ko? Sayang. So, naisip ko, kung pinatulan ko pala yung boss ko, kung nakinig pala ako sa kanya at nag-invest ako dati 800,000 at kinausap ko yung parents ko, baka naman, di ba? So, yung 850,000 namin ng medical bills, kung 2.5 million yung worth ng property nun, sana kung ibebenta ko man siya, kasi sold out so ibig sabihin in demand. So kung binenta ko pala yun, pwedeng nabayaran namin yung bill, may kinita pa ako, and most importantly, hindi nagalaw ng parents ko yung pera nila para sa kanila. So, I started to educate myself. Kaya natutuwa ako dun sa talk ni Sir Carl, parang medyo nakaka-identify ako dun sa mga ilang steps. So, nag-aral talaga ako. And you guys are very lucky today because you have webinars like this. Way back, I was really searching YouTube, what are the investment types from the bank, etc., etc. And that time, ang pinapanood ko, ANC on the money. So, doon ko natutunan yung mga concept ng VUL, UITF, yung mga ganon. Wala naman akong pera, Kasi nagbabayad pa nga ako ng utang sa company namin. Pero gusto ko lang maintindihan kasi may mga ganito pala. Bakit hindi natin alam? Bakit hindi alam ng mga normal na tao, ng mga middle class especially. So I educated myself and I'd like to share with you. Few days ago, I was reading or I was listening sa mga motivational talks and all. At natutunan ko or narinig ko, I'll share with you, sabi nila, it's better to be prepared daw for an opportunity and not have one. So kahit wala pa yung opportunity, mas mabuti daw na nagpe-prepare ka versus andyan na yung opportunity. Kaso, hindi ka prepared. So which one is better? Of course, whether nandyan yan or wala, whether magkano yan or hindi, the most important thing is you prepare, whether it's through education, it's through saving, or any step, kailangan lang naghahanda ka. So pagdating ng 2013, lo and behold, Amaya Land Corp opened its first mid-rise residential development in New Valley, and without a blink of an eye, alam ko yung regrets ko with the lot na inoffer sa akin ng boss ko. Yung regret ko, sabi ko, hindi ko na uulitin. That's why, right away, nagbigay ako ng reservation fee ko and I reserved Amaya Steps New Valley at 1.7 million. So, hindi ko sinabi yan kahit kanino. Hindi ako nag-consult sa parents ko, hindi ako nagsabi sa mga friends ko. You know why? Because sometimes, pag humingi ka pa ng opinion sa mga iba't ibang tao, naguguluhan ka lang eh. Pero ako, alam ko, ito yung gusto ko, ito yung naranasan ko, ito yung objective ko. And be very mindful in terms of who you ask for advice. Because sometimes, nagtatanong ka dun sa mga tao na wala namang real estate investment. So yan, dapat nakikinig tayo kay Sir Carl, yung mga property gurus natin. So, kung alam yung focus mo, inaral mo, and then you listen to those who are really into it para sabihin sa'yo na maganda siya or pangit siya, then go ka na dyan. So, because of this talk, yesterday I checked magkano na nga ba yung Amaya Steps New Valley that I reserved last 2013. And I am very, very happy to know that that property now is already at 3.85 million. That's a studio unit with balcony facing the tree nursery. So, kuha ko na yung mababang presyo, the pre-selling price, kuha ko pa yung magandang location. Kasi inabangan ko talaga siya. So just imagine from 1.7 to 3.85, that's 126% growth. But there's a catch pala dito, which I learned from Mr. Rex Mendoza last month when I watched this webinar. Medyo deceiving pa nga yung 126% because yung 1.7 million na sinasabi natin na starting price ng 2013, hindi ko naman binayaran ng isang bagsak eh. Hindi ko naman siya binayaran ng outright cash. Wala naman ako 1.7 million. Ang binayad ko lang doon, reservation fee. And then when I computed everything that I paid from 2013 to 2020, hindi mo na namalayan. Hindi ko na namalayan. It was actually 1.1 million. So kung i-compare natin siya, simple math, ang total money na nalabas ko na is 1.1 million. The property now is 3.85 million. That's actually 242% more than what I already paid for. So are you getting the logic? In terms of value appreciation, 126% na siya. Pero dahil installment ko siya kinuha through a financing, sa totoong buhay, hindi ko pa naman talaga binabayaran yung 1.7 million. So in all these things, medyo nakita ko na, shocks, ganito pala mag-invest sa real estate. So, with that, nakaka-addict pala siya. Seryoso. Kapag sinimulan mo siya, at na-realize mo na, ito lang yung nilalabas ko every month, tapos ganito yung value ng property, you're talking about millions, parang feeling mo you're on the right direction. So, after 2 years, I reserved another property still with Amaya. It's Amaya Steps Alabang, last 2015, and that's at 2.2 million. So, mamaya, I'll share with you magkano ba sweldo mo? Bakit bili ka ng bili ng mga milyon-milyon ganyan? So kung akala nyo, malaki sweldo ko nung mga panahong yan, I'm just an average senior associate or associate manager that time. And this is how I did it. Okay, so 2020, 4.2 million na siya. This is the breakdown of payment for my Amaya Steps Alabang. The reservation fee then is around 5 to 10,000. I think 10,000. And the down payment for 3 years is just 7,000. Bakit ganun? So usually, ito maraming question na nakuha kami sa registration. That's why I included it in the presentation. When you pay the reservation, after the reservation fee, there is a required down payment. So ito yung sinabi ni Sir Carl na 20 to 30%, ganyan. With Amaya, we only require 10%. And the 10% down payment, it depends on the developer or the project of Amaya kung ilang months or ilang years niya ito pababayaran sa iyo. And during that time, pre-selling si Amaya Steps Alabang. So naka-stretch siya ng 3 years. So if it's 2.2 million, 200,000 divided by 36 months together with the other charges, it's around 7,000. So ang inisip ko nun, kung 7,000 siya, ibig sabihin 3,500 per cut-off lang siya. So kung 3,500 per cut-off, baka naman kaya ko na siguro yun. So alam ko na yung bank amortization niya is at 15,500. Pero with 3 years, alam ko marami akong kayang gawin. So ito na yung sinabi ni Sir Carl na kailangan nag-produce ka ng madaming income, ng other sources of income. So marami akong mga racket, ganyan. And lo and behold, nagpa-bank amortize na ako, hindi ko na din siya masyadong nararamdaman. So, total amount that I paid from 2015 until yesterday that I checked is around 705,965. But wait, there's more, sabi nga nila. I was able to rent out that unit for 2 years already. So pagka-turnover sa akin, excited ako eh. Kasi alam ko na yung nangyari sa Nuvali eh. So ganito rin pala yun, pwede mo rin pala parentahan. So sa akin, ang goal ko lang that time was wag na akong maglabas masyado ng pera na 15,500 kasi nag-amortize na ako sa bangko eh. So may nangailangang mag-rent, 12,000. Sabi ko, sige, okay na yan. So at least ang babayaran ko na lang sa bangko is around 3,500. So talo ba ako doon? Hindi. Kasi parang siya na rin yung nagbabayad ng property. But after a year, my tenant didn't renew and someone came in, pinurnish ko yung unit, and I was able to rent it out at 35,000 per month. So, total rental income that I got for 2 years is around 564,000 pesos. And I don't need to be a mathematician or a finance graduate. Ima-minus ko lang yung total payment na binayad ko, 705,000, minus yung pumasok sa akin na 564. Kung titingnan ko, parang 141,000 lang yung, 142,000 lang yung nalabas ko talaga kasi may bumalik na sa akin. So, that's the beauty of these types of investment. And while all those things are happening, may pasok ng pera, ganyan, I will just watch the 2.2 million price when I purchased it, and now it's 4.2 million. And will I sell those properties ngayon? Syempre hindi. Syempre hindi ko pa siya let go. So, I'd also like to add na, to be honest, when I got married, things changed. Nag-iba yung dynamics ng expenses, nag-iba na siya. And I was very happy that we were able to invest on these properties early on. Kasi nung nagpamilya na ako, naka-base 1 na ako. Parang ganun, hindi na namin poproblemahin yung mga kailangan natin mag-invest. We are continuously investing, but meron nang if you're familiar with it, parang meron nang nakasubi. Parang ganun. And when we got married, we also bought another property. And to be honest, we looked at the competitors kasi we're looking for house and lot already. So we look for other competitors, and true enough, merong mas mura, meron ding mas malalaki as compared to where we are right now. But at the end of the day, we still opted to go for an Ayala land development because of the community, because of the safety that we feel inside. And I think that's one of the best selling points that we can be proud of, especially that you're starting a family. I want my kid to really grow in a community na safe, maganda yung mga kapitbahay, maayos yung komunidad, and as we grow old, nakikita namin that this is really the community for us. And going back, talking about the Alabang income, it actually helped us to build our emergency fund. May patuloy na pumapasok, especially this pandemic. Dito ko na-realize na of all the investments that we have, real estate yung continuously nagbibigay ng cash flow for us because one of the sources of our income is tourism and affected siya, but then hindi kami kakaba-kaba because we have this income coming in para suportahan din kami whatever happens given this pandemic. So the three questions that I have about the future is actually not naman nasagot na, but somewhat there's a light na alam ko whatever happens, worst comes to worst, ano man ang mangyari, we have three properties already that we could look back to, we could start all over again, and more importantly, pwede namin ipamana sa anak namin. So, that's how and why I invested in real estate. The next question is, bakit nga ba sa Amaya? So, very briefly, not because I work in Amaya, but because of the reasons. Siyempre, kung nagtatrabaho ka sa loob, alam mo yung mga ins and out, alam mo yung maganda, alam mo yung improvement, etc. But for Amaya Land, all Ayala Land developments have 5 pillars that we are adhering to. Number 1, Amaya Land, malapit sa lahat yan, all the locations. That's why the Amaya Steps Alabang that I invested in is actually getting a good rental rate because of the location. Second, yung mga features and amenities niyan, yung design niyan, talagang may dating. In terms of quality, we offer workmanship warranty, and if a developer cannot offer a warranty, then we have a problem with that. It means they're not confident with the quality that they're offering. Fourth, you have easy on-the-pocket payment terms, and we have accessible growth centers or sales offices that you could go to. Hindi siya naka-centralized sa Manila or sa Alabang. Even in the North, Vismin, etc., there are offices there. And plus, paangat ang buhay. So with all the things that I mentioned, somewhat alam ko na angat naman yung buhay with the investments na meron tayo. And those communities are actually safe and secure and has provisions for growth. These are the 5 pillars. And I'm telling you, you can also see the other developers are marketing it this way. Location, location, location. And siguro as a millennial as well, we want to know more. We want na mas madaming reasons. Bakit nga ba? Kasi para sa akin, halos pare-pareho naman yung nandiyan. Nagtatalk about location, quality, etc. So sa akin, I'll share with you 3 things that I personally like. That's why I invested and I will keep on investing with Amaya. First one is, it fits my lifestyle and wallet. So parang ito, what's that term? Basta real talk lang. First one, it fits my lifestyle and wallet. Ang hirap, sino bang may ayaw ng 4-bedroom unit sa gitna ng Makati, mga ganyan. But in reality, kaya ba? At a very young age, at a relatively young age. Pinilit ko nga na bumili ng ganitong property sa isang mataas na developer. Kaso nakuba naman ako. So, still, I want to invest, but at the same time, naniniwala pa rin ako na hindi na bibili ng pera ang kaligayahan. So, kailangan may balance pa rin tayo doon. And Amaya is the perfect balance na nakita ko na magsaserve ng purpose ko in terms of the things na I want to do, na hindi naman ako parang isang kahig isang tuka kasi nasa Amaya lahat. But it's really a balance of everything. That's why I'd like to share with you Amaya Skies Avenida. So, here, pinapakita lang dito si Amaya Skies Avenida. It started at 1.2 million and now at 3.4 million. The next slide I'd like to show you, kaya ko sinishare sa inyo, is because I'm also looking at this property ngayon, to be honest. Because Amaya Skies Avenida is offering flexi deals, meaning yung 10% down payment na sinabi ko kanina, it's being stretched to 54 months. Kung yung Alabang ko kanina, binayaran ko ng 3 years, ito kaya nilang stretch up to 54 months. Bakit? Because this is a new building. The same time na binili ko si Nuvali at si Alabang. It's a new building. That's why the DP term is really low. So if you'll see here, it starts at 6,917 per month. So if you're married already, maghatian nyo yung 7,000 na kayong mag-asawa. If you're single, compute all the expenses. If kulang ng konti, tanong mo naman kayo sa parents, baka pwedeng pa-supply ng around kung magkano man, 2,000 or 1,000, it's up to you. But 6,917 per month for 54 months. At sa 54 months na yun, ang dami mong pwedeng gawin. those investments, para siyang forced savings eh. It also pushed me to do well in my job, para galingan ko sa trabaho ko kasi may responsibility ako, ayoko mawala yung investment na yun. So again, make use of that time. Hanap tayo ng mga opportunities out there like being a financial advisor while working. I think it's also possible. And with Amaya, we also have the referral network. So kung meron kang kakilala na gusto bumili ng Amaya property, i-refer mo lang sa amin. For every 2 million, I guess you get 10,000 pesos without doing anything because it's the brokers who will attend to them. So maraming mga ways. You could do online selling, etc. So that 54 months, ang daming pwedeng mangyari. And if you're looking at the leasing potential naman of Amaya Skies Avenida, this is it. 10,000 to 23,000 if you're renting it out to a Pinoy renter or even foreigner would do. So I'm giving you all these options so that makita ninyo value appreciation, rental opportunities, and again, the flexi deals natin for 54 months. But if you have savings in the bank and you are really thinking into investing already and you want to gain already from the rental opportunities, we have the Get Ready, Home Ready campaign. So these are the ready for occupancy units. So Amaya Land also offers ready for occupancy units in the following locations. You can screenshot this particular slide so you would know when you ask your agent or brokers later on. So again, I chose Amaya because it fits my lifestyle and my wallet without compromising my happiness. Okay. Second reason, three reasons lang to, don't worry. Second reason is I am very happy in terms of how the company is integrating sustainability into its development. So what do I mean? When we launched Amaya noong 2010, even the houses, pinag-isipan na siya, light colored materials, big windows so that more light will come in. And as we innovate, hindi nagbabago yung mandate and yung desire that we need to integrate sustainability. And here, I'm also very happy to share with you that in Amaya Series Vermosa, with our partnership with Green Ants, yung mga waste products natin, meron kasi sa company mga plastic dry campaigns, so yung mga plastic, ginagawa siya in partnership with Green Ants na Eco Bricks, nagiging Eco Paver, then nagiging Eco Cast. And in Amaya Series Vermosa, if you're going to visit the site, you will see that 1 or 2 walls doon ng ating village pavilion is actually made of Eco Cast. So this is just a few examples of how Amaya is integrating sustainability in its development. And lastly, last few slides to go, I am really a believer of the value and the values of the company. When I say the value, sabi nga nila, pag Ayala Land, pag sinabi mo lang na Ayala yan, bebenta ka na eh, or parang okay na yan eh. But really, 29 mixed-use estates, 5 industrial estates, ganito kalawak yung mga businesses ng Ayala Land. And I'm not just talking about Ayala Land. Hindi pa natin sinasama yung Ayala Corporation in general. So with that track record, hindi naman siguro ako kakabahan na yung mga investments ko ay nasa Ayala Land, specifically with Amaya Land. And we also aim for 100% code compliance, yung mga building code, fire, water, clean act, lahat yon, we really aim for compliance and the integrity of the projects and the company is there. And as an Amaya employee also and a homeowner, I am really proud then on how Ayala is responding to the COVID-19 situation right now. So with these things, even Amaya is really into it. So we open our community to support livelihood of farmers who were affected by this pandemic. So para sa akin, there really is no perfect company. It's run by humans and human can have errors. But what's important for me is at the end of the day, the values of the company, the integrity of the company is there. So kahit magkaroon ng mga concerns along the way, I know na hindi ako mababayaan ng company. And I can speak for that because I work inside. And I've been with the company for 10 years already. So that's the reason why, aside from the 5 pillars, I keep on choosing Amaya Land. So it fits my lifestyle and wallet, it integrates sustainability, and I strongly believe on the integrity of the company. So for the last idea that I'm going to share with you, yung sinabi ko kanina na There's one idea that changed my life when I was 21 years old. This is the photo of that one. It was in Makati Stock Exchange. I was the one at the middle. And I was attending a seminar by Mr. Rex Mendoza. So, hindi ko na naaalala yung buong talk niya kung ba't siya nandun. Basta isang idea lang yung nag-stick sa utak ko. And sabi niya, tayong mga Pilipino, mahilig tayong mangarap. And totoo yun. And I think it has always been part of our dream to own a property. At sabi niya, na-click ko na, no? Sabi niya, kapag nangarap tayo, we should always put a deadline to it. Alam ko narinig niyo na yung konsepto na to. There should be a target, it should be time-bound, etc. But the reason behind it is what is more powerful that struck me. You need to put a deadline in terms of what you aim for. And one of those, laging may property. Hindi nawawala sa pangarap ng isang Pilipino ang isang property para sa pamilya mo, para sa'yo, para sa magulang mo, or para sa anak mo. But the question is, if you don't put a deadline to it, kailan mo i-enjoy yung property na gusto mo? Kapag matanda ka na at hindi mo na kayang umakyat ng stairs, so kailangan yung bahay mo single story na lang na kwarto tapos restroom. Kailan mo balak i-travel yung pamilya mo? Yung parents mo sa ibang bansa, kailan mo sila gustong dalhin sa ibang bansa? Kapag hindi na nila masyadong na-appreciate kasi masakit na yung tuhod nila. Last question, kailan mo gustong iparanas sa anak mo ang isang magandang birthday celebration sa isang magandang community? Kapag 21 years old na sila or kapag mag-aasawa na sila? So again, it's very important for us to dream but always put a deadline. And what I understand and what I realized is that real estate investment actually helped me to be closer to that dream na hindi lang para sa sarili ko, kundi para din sa pamilya ko. And some key takeaways with all the talk na sinabi ko sa real estate investment, ang aking tip lang para sa mga bright millennials out there. There are two things na napaka-importante. Oras, nakita nyo naman paano pinagsisihan ko in a matter of few years, how it appreciated, how I earned from it. And oras at kumpanya. Hindi lahat ng developer pare-pareho. Hindi lahat ng real estate pare-pareho. If you're going to invest your hard-earned money to a specific real estate developer, make sure dun ka na sa sigurado. So with that, I'd like to encourage everyone to take the first step. Ang daming webinars, ang daming information ngayon. But the question is, what are you going to do with it? And I will not just challenge you to take the first step. My challenge to you is, after this webinar, some real estate brokers or real estate salesperson will contact you. Nakakainis yung gano'n, diba? Feeling kasi natin ang kukulit nila. But please, ask for a sample computation. That's how specific I would like to request from you. Please ask for a sample computation. Pag nakuha nyo na yung sample computation at ayaw nyo na nakulitin nila kayo, sabihin nyo lang, please follow up after 1 year. Mga ganon. They will follow you. But don't let this opportunity pass. Ayoko na dumating yung panahon in the future that you're gonna look back to this webinar na pagsisisihan nyo, the way na pinagsisihan ko, na hindi ko kinonsider man lang na i-explore yung property sa Nuvali. But it's never too late. Whether you're a millennial or a relatively older millennial, timing for real estate, the best time to buy real estate is always today because the value doesn't appreciate if you buy from a well-reputable company. So these are the locations where Amaya Land projects are. We're all over the Philippines. And again, when you have a dream, put a deadline to it. And I'd like to add to that idea, always remember, bakit mo nga ba gustong matupad yung mga pangarap na yun. It's always for our family, for our loved ones, for our friends, or kung sino man yung mga mahal natin sa buhay. And whatever it is, you're here because you want to understand financial wellness, financial literacy, kung ano man yung mga kikitain ninyo, congratulations in advance from all these investments. Aside from doing it for our family or for our loved ones or for whatever reason, let's not forget to share it with others who are less fortunate than you, than us, And let's all help each other na maging maganda ang buhay natin. So with that, my last question, this is the first slide and I'd like to end with it as well. If you're not going to take the first step of asking for that sample computation today, when are you going to do it? Thank you very much. I'm Lorena Tividad Fabi. Back to you, Paolo.